Are you having trouble saving money? If so, you're not alone. You know what you should do. Save for the future, don't spend more than you make, track your spending, avoid credit card debt. You know you should do these things. But for many of us, there's a gap between what we know we should do and what we actually do when it comes to money. This gap can damage our financial health and make us feel ashamed, discouraged, and even hopeless. So, if we know what we should be doing around money, why can't we do it? In this video, I give you 2 reasons why saving money is so difficult for so many of us, as well as what you need to do about it. Hey, if we're just meeting for the first time, my name is Dr. Brad Klontz. If you want to learn more about how your money mindset can help you achieve the financial life of your dreams, subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss anything. Now let's get right into it. It turns out that when it comes to money, our brains are wired to do it all wrong. Our brains have evolved over thousands of years. They are focused on short-term survival in a dangerous world. Our brains are not designed for today's financial world. In terms of your instincts around money, the question isn't why you're not doing the right thing. The question is why you would do the right thing to begin with. Doing the wrong things around money is kind of normal. It's how our brains are wired. It turns out that when we are actually doing the right things around money, we are overriding our natural impulses. Our struggles around money make perfect sense if you can picture yourself in the environment in which your brain was designed for survival. Picture yourself as a member of a tribe that travels, and there's constant threat, and there's very little resources. This was the world in which your brain was designed to thrive in. So let's talk now about what this has to do with saving money. So we've got this prehistoric brain. Why is it so difficult for that brain to help us save money? Reason number 1, we are wired to consume, not save. For our ancestors, there was little point in saving. I mean, they were traveling so much, they can only save what they could carry with them. Also, their most precious resource was food, and food would spoil very quickly. So saving that most precious resource was utterly impossible. No, in terms of survival, our ancestors needed to consume as much food as quickly as possible. You were never sure where you were going to get your next meal. They lived in a feast or famine world where malnutrition and starvation were serious threats. This instinct to consume as much as possible, as quickly as possible, was passed down to us. It really does help explain our struggles with overspending, not to mention overeating. Saving is a relatively new concept that requires us to override that natural instinct to want to consume as much as possible right now. So to save, we have to override our impulse to consume. Reason number 2, it is so difficult to save. We're wired to share, not hoard. To be financially successful, we not only need to have a habit of saving, but we need to hoard that savings and keep it all to ourselves. Financial security isn't achieved by just saving money for next week or even next month. We need to save it for decades. But our prehistoric survival really depended on us sharing our resources with everyone around us. For example, when a hunter came back with a fresh kill, it was expected that this hunter would share that with the entire tribe. Of course he would want to, because who knows, in a week, maybe he wouldn't be a successful hunter and someone else would need to share with him and his family for their survival. This sharing mindset was critical to our survival as a species, and our ancestors passed this instinct down to us. A huge hurdle for many of us in terms of saving is being okay with the concept that we're saving money and we have money when people we care about, people close to us, might not have as much. The instinct for most people, especially people who come from lower socioeconomic levels, is to share whatever they have with those around them. As soon as they get a bonus or some success or their business becomes successful, there's tremendous pressure for them to share what they have. To save for the long term, though, people need to override and temper this natural instinct to share. And sharing is okay, don't get me wrong. But if you give away all your money as soon as you get it, you're never going to be able to build financial security for you and your family. So, how do we balance this need to save for ourselves and this need to share? Well, one way to do that, and many of you probably already are doing this, is giving to charities or tithing to your local church. Another very helpful mindset is to really understand on a very deep level that the wealthier you get, the more you're going to be able to help people around you and the world. Regardless of how you think about it, your ability to become wealthy really does require you to have a good answer to that question. Why is it okay for you to have money when some people don't have as much? So, overriding our natural impulses really is essential if we want to have financial success and security. This requires us to delay gratification, to save our money, and to actually build some wealth. We are hardwired to do it all wrong when it comes to money. So if you're struggling with money, don't feel bad. This is part of the human condition. To be successful though, you need to override those natural impulses and take conscious, purposeful action to get where you want to go. Your financial health depends on it.